Now we are.
Now we are, folks. Hello, everybody. In this explosive episode, Jim and I dissect the stunning defeat of a squad member in the primary elections, double-digit defeat. We'll get into that. And the scandal involving an Arizona election worker. We also explore the controversial claim that non-binary identities are essential for the national security and uncover how Biden's policy repeals have cost seniors billions. Also, we expose Jack Smith's latest bogus pictures, and we delve into the EV market's struggles. Tune in for an insightful analysis and unfiltered commentary on these pressing issues. Jim, on another great episode of what?
That would be
It is.
Two guys.
Two of us.
One coup.
One coup of coffee. You'll hear about that in a minute. Be right back. Hey.
Welcome to the Two Guys, One Coup podcast with Dale and Jim, where the truth matters and progressives' feelings don't. We bring you the facts from the perspective of two average, everyday guys who will never apologize for being America first, for adhering to our great Constitution, and for saluting the flag that our brothers and sisters have fought and died for. And now, here's Dale and Jim.
I'm Dale. That's Jim. Welcome, everybody. Two guys, one coup. Let's start this out. It's our last, and you're probably all glad, last
I'm kind of going to miss it.
episode of the month, which is the last episode for us for Pride Month. Jim went to a Pride parade. He's going to tell us about that right now. This is it. Jim's right on cue. He's just... Jim, you're a buffoon. Everybody loves you. You're just a lovable, huggable buffoon. Jim goes to Pride. It's like Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
Yes.
Tell us about it, Jim. You participated or?
Well, I realized that when a friend of mine and I, also a listener, we decided to go to a Reds ball game. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big Cincinnati fan, Bengals, Reds. So we went to a Reds game, and well, I guess we're not going to go to a Reds game in June until we find out maybe if they're having a Pride parade that day. It was something to behold, folks. Something to behold. There was one individual, and it's one of those things where Kurt had said, "Oh my God, I can't unsee it." Tribe. Anyway,
go Tribe. Yes. And they're still the Tribe. 51 wins, brother. That's the team in Ohio.
Yeah, they're actually doing quite well. But so he goes, "Oh, I can't unsee that." So instead of just thinking, okay, when you say that, don't look. What do you do?
Well, of course you got to look. It's a train wreck.
So there was this heavy set female, and she was topless, but she had green stickers on her nipples.
Green stickers.
Topless, other than the green. And then you looked at her skirt.
Yeah.
And it was a short skirt because you can see her butt because she had fishnet stockings on.
Lovely.
Beautiful ensemble. I mean, I will say this, the stickers matched the skirt. so that was a positive thing. And so
guys would love it.
Walking next to her was this guy wearing really tight shorts with daddy on the back.
You were drawn to those, weren't you? You're like, I got to get me some daddy shorts.
And it took a while to get into the city, into park, and get out because of course,
gosh.
Were
there children at this parade?
There were children all over the place. There are children coming out of the baseball game.
Human Services there arresting the parents?
No, because children were coming out of the baseball game, right? Because where do you take kids to? Let's go to a ball game. I meant,
were they at the parade?
Yes, they were at the parade. Well, of course they were.
Jesus God.
And there was some I had never seen so much fishnet stockings in my entire life. The see-through shirts, where they're fishnet shirts, women wearing them with no bra. I mean, wearing their...
And this is on a public street, right? It's right in front of the stadium.
It's right. If anybody's familiar with Cincinnati, you've got the Reds ballpark here. Great American Ballpark, and then you've got Paycor Stadium, and right there's a street in between the two.
That's
there
where
was
they held
parts
it.
of it there where it was coming, but it was. I'm just why in front of the kids?
Well,
why?
Maybe I got a video to explain why in front of the kids. Because that's all they do. I've got a Nickelodeon Pride commercial. If you want to see that,
we have a few stories today.
We got a few prides coming up here, folks. But this is what we're up against, right? And it's not that they have pride. I want to preface this for those first, maybe just joining us or new to the show or just listening. And by the way, we are on the Patriots Prayer Podcast Network of
soon,
great
PPN.
Soon PPN, you will see the first of its kind, folks out there. Honestly, it's the first
PPN.
This is PPN, kind of like CNN, but we tell the truth. So it's always the fact that we're not homophobic, we're not gay bashers, we're not any of that. It just always has to do with children, right?
Yeah.
So leave the children. It's like drag queens will read to children in public school libraries, but never a nursing home. Or so there's always this absolute goal to groom the children. Well, Nickelodeon's got a nice commercial. You want to see that, bro? There it is.
No.
But doesn't it just fill you with pride, showing who you are on the inside? Wave that pride flag up high, be true to you. Show your pride, wave those flags, everybody. Here we go. Red light, orange, healing, yellow is sunlight, green, nature, blue, harmony, purple is spirit, baby blue, pink, white represent transgender people, and black and brown represent the queer and trans people of color.
Oh, the transgendered people of Jim, we laugh and we. What am I watching here? What did I just see?
Oh my God!
It's a complete train wreck.
For those of you who are just watching us now, we celebrate Pride Month a little differently.
We sure do.
We do things like this.
Saw some of that.
And we also do things. Are you ready for this one?
Yeah,
because
yes.
Disney also has,
of course, Disney does
their stuff. And here was a guy getting ready for the Disney parade.
For the Pride parade?
Yep.
Oh,
guy. Boy. Here we go.
Oh.
Okay, guys, we're on our way to the second night of Pride Night, and I had to show y'all this custom dress I had made from Pops of Whimsy, who is from Texas. I actually thrifted this fabric. It is vintage Muppets sheets that were perfect, and she turned it into a dress for me, and it's so cute. I just put this little petticoat on there, and then I have, of course, my blinged out mariachi ears that my brother makes, the Lemon by Anthony, and then I have my Kermit Muppets Loungefly with the rainbow on top. And yeah, I'm super excited for night 2. We are on our way, and yeah, I just wanted to show y'all this dress because I think it is so amazing and one of a kind, so I'm obsessed.
Why?
Kids, folks.
Why?
Just do we not think of the children anymore?
Why? The craftsmanship was gorgeous. I'll give them that. Why is that happening? Anyways, like why? What's the point? I'm super confused. People out there, let me know what am I missing here? Is there a reason he has it? You can express yourself and be flamboyant. It's an adult. Yeah, he's doing what he's,
Absolutely.
I can't say take his rights away, because that's, we're constitutionalists. He absolutely has the right to do that. It's more the fact that Disney's allowing it. Again, Disney is not really geared towards the adult, although adults have a great time at Disney, right? Mm-hmm. It's geared for children. I mean, they're all doing it. I have here, the last thing I have, Jim, on it is the following. There's an interview on CNN with what I think is a drag queen, might be a trans. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen it, but what would happen if Trump gets a second term? Because we have no history of how Trump treated the LBG community, right? We do.
Yes, we do.
We have the history. But what happens if he gets elected this time?
Yeah.
So here you go. This is the interview on CNN. Anyways,
I'm curious for you, first of all, what this day means to you, and second of all, have both Democrats and Republicans agreed to meet with you?
Yes, we will be meeting with both Democrats and Republicans, and I'm really excited to go speak with all of our lawmakers about the attacks that we're seeing on our LGBTQ community. It's so important to talk about and to discuss protections for our queer community.
Can I let you listen to the current sentiment that's being shared by former President Donald Trump, who, of course, is running for re-election? Here it is.
We're going to take care of our capital. On day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding of any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content onto the lives of our children.
In those three things, he mentions what he calls transgender insanity. If he's voted in as the next president, what will that mean to you?
We already see so many attacks on our queer community. I already don't feel safe in my own hometown, just dressed in drag like this. And it's very scary for queer people to exist in a time where we see this kind of rhetoric being pushed by our lawmakers and the people who should care about other issues that actually affect the American people, other than attacking our community, our LGBTQIA plus community. It's very disappointing, and I hope for better for our country.
Shut up. Just shut up. What protection? What's happening out there? Is there a lot of attacks?
I don't see it, but look, there's comments, like, right? There's comments from us. There's comments from other people. We don't want harm to them. We
it's
don't.
not a harmful
leave
situation.
The kids alone.
Just shut up with the whole rhetoric that we don't have the same protections as you and I have, or we don't. Well, you know what? Let's be honest. You and I can walk down the street, and a lot of times, we'll get whistled at, but hey, good looking guys, I mean, that's just natural. Look at us. Right. But what I'm saying is you take a look at the drag dress like that in I don't know if it's the anime makeup or whatever. Who's not going to look and think, are we among aliens here? Like, right. We're in Looney Town. I mean, and then they wonder, but nobody's out there. Has she been beaten over the head with a baseball bat? Has she? Has any of that happened? They have the same protections. There are laws in this country. I'm tired of it. So the Patriot, what about the straight people and straight children who need protecting from them? Exactly. It's exactly right. Folks, listen, again, not gay bashing. I don't want to hear that. I'm not a homophobe. So tired of that nonsense too. As a woman, I tell you, we don't wear makeup or dress. No,
well, I've seen, yeah, I have not seen it either. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, correct. Correct. Well, when the party that dresses like that can't define what a woman is, of course they're going to dress in bizarre stuff like that. Again, an adult allowed to do it. Don't come on air, and CNN, bunch of bullshit anyways, but don't come on air and then say we don't have the same protections as absolutely you do.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you have more.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you why. Because if Jim and I get beat up, we get beat up.
Yep.
Right? If you get beat up, it's a hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
That's a longer sentence. So you have more. And they keep wanting more and more and keep projecting the lie that they don't have protections under this. And if Trump becomes president, all of a sudden, this person is going to be viciously attacked and all the rights taken away and all that. Listen, cupcake, we have the history. Did it happen before? No. What makes you think it's going to happen then? They want protection from children.
Yep.
Don't transition your children. Don't give them puberty blockers. Don't read them the book Gender Queer in school. Simple frickin' things that we should all be able to come together on. Ridiculous.
You would think.
I'm sick of that crap.
And for all you Lego fans out there,
oh boy,
Lego has introduced
what?
Mini Stories Pride Parade. So you can buy Legos and have your own Pride Parade. Lego posted a video to its social media accounts this week These dazzling minifigures are ready for Pride with their very own spectacular Pride celebration, the company said. Lego's minifigure parade features a disturbingly large number of furries, love those, which are people who become sexually aroused by dressing up as animals. Most of the furries in the video are costumed as bears, though at least one is dressed as an elephant.
Oh,
anyway,
Jim,
folks, Legos. So
Legos,
you want to go buy your kids
the
some
Bud
Legos
Light of
to play
children.
with?
The Bud
You
Light
wanna
of
go-
children.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
woke.
Please don't, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, keep in mind, I just get tired of, we're just not safe anymore. We're just because we don't agree with your lifestyle, just because we honestly wished you would stop doing these parades where you're showing your half naked bodies to children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because we say that don't mean we want to harm you. It doesn't mean that. Okay.
The problem is, Jim. No, go on. I'm
but
sorry.
That's how they that's how they have to do
I
it.
apologize.
That's how they have to do it. It's stop.
We never gave it a thought, Jim.
No.
They went on with their drag queens have been around forever, right? Gays have been around forever. We never gave it a thought to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, like we just need to go bash these people, or let's start talking about them until they started their agenda. And until they got all the lefty politicians on their side and the crony media on their side, and then started spewing the lies that we don't have the protections. We need to read to children in school. Why? Why do you need to do that? We need to give a 13-year-old puberty blockers and cut off a 15-year-old's healthy breasts. We need to do that. It wasn't until then till we all started talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't an issue. We weren't doing it until you give them the inch, they take the mile, right? What they always do. It's what lefties always do.
Just think about, folks, a lot less than 1% of the population is dictating how we should feel and how we should live.
Yep. Controls the entire narrative, doesn't it, Jim?
Yeah.
Controls
and by the way, we're the threat to democracy.
But all the while, before we take our first little break here, Jim, all the while, this kind of thing, and if you're listening, there is no sound. So I'll preface this by saying we're worried about the agenda. They're worried about being attacked, and yet in blue Democrat cities, this is going on, and it's two men who come up behind it looks like an Asian woman and hit her with a bat, and it's in New York City. Again, you won't hear the sound, but if you're watching, and why wouldn't you? Because look at Jim, he's just gorgeous. So hop on. Tell Jim how pretty he is. This is what's happening in blue cities all across our nation right here.
Unmute your mic.
Oh shit! Was I muted the whole time?
Yeah.
Doesn't it mute our mics?
It mutes
Jim,
automatically when you put it up, and then you got it.
And I clicked it to unmute
it. Oh well,
sorry. Well, anyways, what you saw there was two guys.
Not these two guys.
No, not these two guys. No. Two guys come up behind what looks like an Asian woman, hit her with bats, pin her in a corner, take all of her stuff. Mm-hmm. Don't know the nationality, don't care, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're legal or illegal. Don't know that yet. But all the while, the LBG community is worried about their protections.
Yeah.
Are you seeing that happening? Is that happening to them? Because I see it happening to our citizens by illegals and thugs and crime-ridden cities, but I don't see it happening to them at all. Where's the story?
And trust me, if it was, we would
be all over the news 24/7, wouldn't it, Jim? It'd be all over. Yep. So enough of that narrative. Right. Jim, we better take a quick break here, unless you got something you want to do beforehand. But
Dale, every morning, what do you like to start off with?
Good cup of bourbon. I mean, coffee. Can I say bourbon? Can I come out loud?
Well, it depends. Okay. I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But anyway,
5
folks,
a.m., right?
If you want some coffee with some nice aroma and
great flavor.
So here, watch this, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if a cowboy lives in the mountains or in the flats, as long as it's warm and there's a place to lay his hat. Smoking Gun Coffee has just made living a little easier. Introducing their new instant coffee. With a small campfire and a good coffee cup, you can be living warm in a matter of seconds. Go ahead, climb in the saddle and get yours today at www.smokingguncoffee.com. Be ready for the ride.
Yeah, folks, smokingguncoffee.com. Guess what, Jim? Use coupon code 2guys1coup. You get 10% off your entire order. You see it down there, 2guys1coup. Type that in when you check out. 10% off your entire order. And what's the other exciting news, Jim?
There is now a coffee club for 2 Guys 1 Coup. And folks, who wouldn't want to? But our little logo up here on the right-hand corner.
Yep.
That is going to be on the bags of coffee if you join.
Bags and boxes of coffee if you order it. That's right. Yep. If that's what you get.
Who wouldn't want us on
Who
here?
wouldn't want that?
I mean, I don't know why they're not buying full-size blankets and rugs with our,
exactly. And guess what else you get with that? Free shipping.
Oh yeah.
So now you've got 10% off your entire order, free shipping, our beautiful pictures on bags of coffee, and you're supporting an amazing father-son company who all the proceeds go to veterans of the United States, those who deserve it most. That's the important part.
Yep.
Support them. You know, I saw somebody on Facebook on one of our posts said, "Friends don't let friends drink Starbucks," and I agree with that. So that's absolutely.
It's a lot cheaper or less expensive. Let me put it that way.
Let's put it that way.
Better coffee.
It's better coffee. It's less expensive, and it goes towards veterans, not towards lefty liberals.
Exactly.
And he also put on there 2 guys, 1 coup of coffee. It's kind of got a little ring to it. I told him I'm stealing it. I kind of like it. Try to fade it in there, but a play on words. But go to them, Smoking Gun Coffee. Jim, and to the show.
Yes.
What do you got going for us?
Well, let's do a real quick thing. If anybody's been paying attention to Maricopa County in Arizona, there's a lot of things going on down there.
Yep.
You're going to have a story here in just a little bit, but I want you to pay attention to this. And I've got some notes here.
This isn't getting much play anywhere, this whole
thing. And this is what bothers me a bit. It's why isn't this getting play? But
correct.
So watch it, and then I'll come back with some kind of outline and rehash the what they basically summarize what they said.
Yeah.
Slide. Go back one slide. Who determined the number 420,987 from the 2020 election? Was that your organization that determined there were that number of failed signatures, or was that the number reported by all of the counties in Arizona?
So, Madam Chair, Senator Bennett, that number is based on a review of a quarter of the 1.9 million envelopes from the 2020 election. We used 150 trained workers that studied the Secretary of State manual and followed those guidelines. And then they analyzed each voter record individually. Once we got the statistics for that first 25% or 400,000 ballots, then it was extrapolated to determine the final number.
Those are Maricopa County.
That is just Maricopa County.
Yeah, that's the point I was going to make, Madam Chair, is I think Maricopa County alone had 2,089,563 ballots in 2020, and about 1.9 million of them were by mail. And so your group analyzed about 25% of those 1.9 million in Maricopa County, came up with a percentage that you considered to have failed signature verification, then you extrapolated to get to the 420,000.
Madam Chair, Senator Bennett, that is correct.
Thank you.
Okay, proceed.
January 23 of 2023.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, this was talking about the 2020 elections.
Yep.
January 23, 2023. Folks, let me
Why are we just saying that?
420,987 out of 1.9 million. Where'd they go?
Yeah. Where'd they go?
Can't find him.
Yep.
Can't
Cannot
find him.
That's
25% and 25% all mail-in ballots, folks.
Correct. Unbelievable. So
nothing happened. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see there. But going along with that, law enforcement officials in Maricopa County, Arizona, arrested a temporary election worker for allegedly stealing a security fob and keys from a ballot tabulation center. According to a probable cause statement obtained by Fox News Digital, Walter Ringfield, 27, of Phoenix, was seen on security footage taking the item shortly after 5 p.m. on Thursday. The video shows him approaching a desk and multiple tabulators, then taking a red wrist lanyard containing the security fob and keys, the document says. The statement says Ringfield placed the lanyard in his shorts pocket after briefly stretching. When confronted by his employer, Ringfield allegedly denied the theft, but then suggested the lanyard might be in his car if he had mistakenly taken it. The document says a subsequent search of his vehicle revealed a red lanyard and a matching plastic tag, but the fob remained missing. Detectives arrested Ringfield outside his home in Phoenix on suspicion of theft and criminal damage. At that time, the probable cause statement says they observed a red plastic item inside Ringfield's car, matching the description of the missing lanyard. At a press conference on Tuesday, Maricopa County Sheriff Russ Skinner said election staffers and law enforcement's swift response and ultimate action help safeguard democracy, and rapid response to the security protocols we have with elections proved to be effective. Quote, if it wasn't for the staff members at the Maricopa County Election Center, we wouldn't have been able to get on this in time to potentially find the missing evidence and get a suspect in custody. Jim, what do you think was on those fobs? What do you think's happening here, in your opinion?
Well, I believe Greg Stenstrom and Leah Hoops kind of gave us an idea what's on those.
Correct.
It's the invalid numbers to discredit the proper votes.
The proper votes.
And if you want to read Parallel Election, folks, by Greg Stenstrom.
The Parallel Election by Greg Stenstrom and Leah Hoops.
It's that little zip drive there, or whatever you want to call it, thumb drive, however you want to call it. Those are a big part of what happened in 2020.
Correct. It is, which I wasn't, we knew about the mail-in ballots. We knew about all that happening again too. But those thumb drives, those digital are what really is making the difference in the allowability to cheat. Is that a word? I mean, that's exactly what I think is happening here. So keep an eye on that. It's not being reported much anywhere. They did try saying he was a Trump supporter, this guy. That's what they tried saying.
Yeah.
Not the case. Not the case. But of course, that's what they led it to. Not the case at all. Jim, what else you got going on?
Well, I think we should play. I'm going to do these two videos, and you got a story. Folks,
crap.
The squad lost one.
Yeah.
In the primary.
In the primary.
Now, Cori Bush, from what I understand, she is in a close race in the primary as well. So I think we're getting rid of them. But I'm going to show you this first video. It's 31 seconds. It's of AOC.
Yeah. Oh, God. Who did win her primary?
She did win, which I don't think anybody had any doubt about it. But
no, I agree.
And then I'm going to play a video. If anybody's ever never heard of Terrence Williams, you have to follow him on Twitter, whatever. Mostly Twitter is what he's on a lot. But he does this thing where he puts who he's talking about, and then they're parallel, like what we are right now. And his facial expressions are awesome. So let's hear AOC first. Then we'll do Terrence, and then Dale has a story.
Embarrassment, AOC.
Yeah,
wait to hear
watch
it.
this.
That's an elected official.
Take the country back.
Yeah.
What more do they want?
Oh yeah. I mean, they don't have it all yet.
Oh my God. What are they? Take the country. Are you kidding me?
All 1,200 people were super excited at that rally. You know,
oh my God.
She's an embarrassment. Like, she
and here's Terrence. I love this guy. You really have to check him out. Okay. So here he is talking about, because now this same event was for Jamal Bowman, Representative Jamal Bowman, who was running. That's what she was there for. So here's the same event. Folks, here we go.
We're going to show them who the fuck we are.
Watch Terrence's reaction.
We're going to show them who the fuck we are. Bowman, Bowman. Listen! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! We are not going to stand silent!
Sir, since you like to use foul language, I want to talk to you in a way you can understand. You fucking crazy. Yeah.
Sums it up.
Oh
Sums it up perfectly.
Oh my gosh, did he not sum it up perfectly? That's incredible, right? That's the guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
do people remember who this guy was? He was the fire alarm puller.
Yep.
You know, anyways, who beat him obviously is still a lefty. Let's just be honest. Heard that he's pro-Israel, so that's a good step in the right direction, but still a lefty who's going to be nonsense. Jim, yeah.
Awesome.
Look at that. Way to go. Thank you.
Wow.
Terrence right there. Her cousin T will be on the Patriots Prayer podcast.
God,
good for them.
Awesome.
Good.
He is
awesome.
He's phenomenal.
He's amazing. Absolutely amazing. We hope to have him on ours as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. But far left squad member, as you mentioned, and New York Rep Jamal Bowman, who has been in the national spotlight due to sympathizing with a terrorist group. So a lot of people don't even know that as well, or don't remember. But I mean, he is a pro-Palestine, river to the sea lunatic. Yeah. And controversial alarm pulling incidents, has lost his bid for re-election in New York 16th congressional district. Recall radical socialist Democrat and insurrectionist Jamal Bowman found himself in hot water after pulling the fire alarm at the U.S. Capitol on September 30th and shutting down Congress. A true insurrection. He interfered with proceedings. That's what an insurrection is. I'm trying to see. He lost by, if I'm not mistaken,
a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Where it's like double digits, wasn't it?
Like 48-31, I think.
48-31. Like he got crushed. Now, unfortunately, AOC is still there, but
and she got 80% of the vote, I think. So
80%, 48-31 is what he lost by. So that's one down. Many to go.
Lori Bush can go as well.
I don't know that Cori Bush will, in my opinion.
Ilhan Omar won't go anywhere because her district is predominantly Muslim, so they're not going.
Correct. Well, Marjorie, in true Marjorie Taylor Greene fashion, she's got a couple-minute video here to kind of explain the whole process on the fire alarm. And of course, this was right after the news that Bowman lost his primary, and of course, she comes out with this classic. So here's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Hi everyone, we're at the infamous door where Jamal Bowman claims he had to pull a fire alarm to get out. Now these doors are open on weekdays. Every member of Congress knows that, everybody that works here knows that. But on Saturdays and Sundays, they are locked, and only certain doors are open on Saturdays and Sundays. Now come on over here. This right here is a fire alarm. Nowhere does it say, pull the fire alarm to open the exit door. Doesn't say that, and I think ex-middle school principals know better. Let me show you how we go when we need to go vote. I know this because my office is in here in Keenan Building. Come on, go this way. Oh, look, there's stairs.
I love her, by the way.
By the way, we had to use the stairs to evacuate the Keenan building after Jamal Bowman pulled the fire alarm. Now, here's where you have an option. As members of Congress, we can continue to go down the stairs this way, and you can go in the basement, and we can walk in the tunnel that goes under the road to the Capitol. We do that all the time, especially if the weather's bad. Or you can come around this way. See where that says exit? It exits out on New Jersey. This one is open all the time. Not just some of the time, all the time. So let's explain very clearly again. Jamal Bowman didn't pull the fire alarm to try to get out of the building because he had to rush to go vote. I know that for a fact because I also work in the Cannon office building, and I watched Catherine Clark, the Democrat whip, make a motion to adjourn, and then within minutes, Jamal Bowman pulled a fire alarm, and he knew he was pulling a fire alarm because he's a former middle school principal. And then he ran out of the building and didn't tell anybody he did that. And this building was evacuated for over an hour, and Congress had to hold the vote open. That's usually only 15 minutes on the first vote. They held it open for over an hour as well. There's some serious problems for Jamal Bowman, and he needs to be prosecuted for violating the same federal law that they are prosecuting January 6th defendants and President Trump.
I was just going to say, where's the
Amen.
Where's the insurrection?
Exactly. It's the same thing. He interfered with proceedings. That's what the January 6ers are being accused of doing and incarcerated for and arrested and treated like crap for. And this guy, that's what happens. He was a former middle school teacher. I mean, that's just, so again, boy, I bet the kids are and parents are happy that guy was teaching them. Unbelievable. But anyways, so that's what I got on that. Thank you, Marjorie Taylor Greene, as always, spot on with her assessment of it. Crazy. Jim, what else you got for us today?
Couple quick tidbits here. This I think isn't getting enough play, as nothing ever gets enough play when
correct.
Doesn't look good for the Democrats, right?
Yep,
Ex-Obama fundraiser who raised millions announces she's divorcing the Democrat Party. Allison Hune, I think we all remember back when Barack Obama was running, that name Hoon should ring a bell to quite a few people, but was once a key fundraiser for Barack Obama, has made headlines by announcing her decision to vote for Donald Trump in the upcoming election. Who co-founded the robotics company later bought by Google, played a major role in Obama's 2008 campaign. She hosted big ticket fundraiser dinners in Silicon Valley where tech leaders shelled up $100,000 a plate to support the future president. But times have changed. In a recent interview, she explained why she's divorcing the Democrat Party. Her main gripes: crime, homelessness, and what she sees as a misplaced priorities in her home city of San Francisco.
Boy,
we've talked about that endlessly.
Oh boy,
the Democrats were policing the wrong things, Hune said. She pointed to everyday problems like public drug use and rampant shoplifting. So this is a play. Obviously, CNN they're not going to play this because it's also bad. But in the same vein, there is how a black gay influencer went from marching with BLM to shaking Donald Trump's hand in the White House.
Wow.
Okay, so Amir Odin, a black gay liberal turned conservative influencer, has faced backlash for his commentary against various ideologies he once championed, but he said he had to shift his look after realizing the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I was very much following the script of thinking all Republicans were racist and homophobic. We've talked about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that because I was black, I had to believe it and stand with Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
That because I'm gay, I have to be a Democrat. I have to support the LGBTQ causes because that's who was there for me. Until I realized that wasn't true. I was just regurgitating headlines, regurgitating what someone else said. And when I started doing the research on my own, that's when things really blew up. And with women, in 1 year, I went from marching in the streets with BLM to shaking Donald Trump's hand in the White House.
But
folks,
wait, he's not afraid that Donald Trump's going to, cause him to be harmed in any way?
This is it's really cool to see because it's something all of us, people who are listening, people who listen to the Patriots Prayer Network, know this. We've known it all along, right? We have known this, but it doesn't help when we say things. It's people have got to learn for themselves. And these individuals are realizing it, that maybe we're not so bad.
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And,
maybe not.
Anyway,
maybe not. Jim, we before I get into this little story, I do want to show this. Now the debates are coming up tomorrow.
Are they?
I think they're. I don't know how much juicing they've got into Biden already, but I'm sure he's pretty juiced up. Why wouldn't he take a drug test, Jim? If there's nothing to hide, why don't you just do it? If you got nothing to hide, why wouldn't you do it?
He is going to be on who the heck knows what.
Oh my gosh, man. It's going to be insane. Well, big news. The Patriots Prayer Network is going to have a watch party. I unfortunately will not be able to participate in it. My wonderful co-host, Jim, will be there for it. But the moderators, Jake Tapper.
Pro-Trump.
We all know the direction this crap's going, right? With Jake Tapper and Dana Bash. We know the direction this is going to go. Here's just a little video of Jake Tapper and his comparison of Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. Donald Trump, a couple times over the weekend, referred to immigrants from South America, Africa, and Asia. He did not mention Europe. South America, Africa, and Asia as, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, which it's not hyperbole. That does very directly echo Adolf Hitler's language before World War II. To open up a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly.
As usual, they didn't play the whole thing.
Yeah, as usual, they don't give you the
this
whole
guy's
quote.
Moderating, Dale.
What's that?
This
guy's moderating. This guy's moderating. So you have a theory about who could come out the biggest loser in this debate.
Yes, I do,
Jim. And who is it?
CNN.
And why? How could they be a bigger loser? To be honest with you, Jim.
I mean, you see it every day.
Yeah.
If you watch CNN, they hate President Trump. They hate him
so badly.
There is no way they're going to be able to hide it.
Yeah, no way.
There is no way, and it is going to look. They didn't want an audience. It wasn't. Biden probably didn't want an audience either. But CNN didn't want an audience there.
Correct.
Because they know Tapper is going to get. It's in my opinion, Tapper is debating Trump.
Yep. Correct. And they're going to shut off his mic. That literally the first time anything comes up about Hunter Biden or January 6th or any of that, any defense that Trump will have to do because of the moderator's questions, not because Biden is going to throw something at him, that's going to even be coherent.
On that other vein, don't you think maybe if he starts going on his mumbling, that
they're going to cut his mic off too. That's right. That's right. The first time he has his stutter, Jim, is that what we're talking about? Yeah, they're going to cut his mic too to make him look better. We all know this is happening. It's going to be crazy. I wish I could join the watch party here on the Patriots Prayer Podcast Network. But Jim will, and I look forward to watching the recap of all that too. I just will happen to be traveling and I can't do it. But in that respect, it goes along the lines with all the I don't want to say fakeness, but just the complete obsessiveness with trying to make Trump look bad or stopping him from running in one shape or another. Briefly, Merchant did lift the temporary gag order on Trump a little bit. Anyways, that guy's probably thinking, shit, the writing's on the wall for me. You know, it's not looking good. But anyways, the Gateway Pundit reported, and folks, if you don't know us, the Gateway Pundit is one of our go-tos. Honestly, they are truth tellers. So the Gateway Pundit reported in 2022 that the FBI created a fake crime scene at Mar-a-Lago. We know that now. By adding their own documents to the scene and doctoring the photo they released in their report and to the press. In its response, the DOJ included a document it claims was taken at Mar-a-Lago during its raid. The photo was all over the news, and on Wednesday, August 31st, the day after it was provided to the court. The cover sheets in the photo that were red, yellow, and brown were inserted by the FBI. They were the FBI's cover sheets. We know this for various reasons. The Trump White House did not need these cover sheets in the documents they held because they had their own cover sheets. The documents were inserted. The FBI inserted these to indicate that the agency implementation regulations, i.e. the DOJ, is involved in the maintenance of these records, but this is not the case. The president has the right to documents that are his. They are his property, and an inserted document saying something different is simply not true. Last month, Jack Smith admitted to the FBI that the FBI messed with the boxes contained classified documents they seized from Trump and can't be sure the order of the placement of those documents. In May 1st filing, Walt Natawa's attorney claimed he had difficulty in cross-referencing materials in classified and unclassified discovery because certain items in the seized boxes he reviewed were in different order. Okay. So then this week, Jim, all that for this. Jack Smith admitted the FBI doctored evidence to produce stunt photos of classified documents during Mar-a-Lago raid. This contradicts their statements in August 2022, where the DOJ lied to the court when it claimed that the red, blue, and yellow sheets shown in the viral photo of the classified documents indicated their classified status. It turns out they were slip sheets the FBI used to replace the so-called classified documents. The FBI admitted they messed with Trump's documents. The FBI used cover sheets as placeholders for those documents. The pictures, some of which have not been previously disclosed, were presented as exhibits in a recent court filing in South Florida. So these pictures show boxes, just so you know, tipped over, the documents just sprawled out, what looks to be some sort of closet or something. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just really a terrible picture of where that could be. As if they were just willy-nilly just throwing these documents everywhere. Not the FBI, but Trump, right?
Yeah.
And so they're saying he has mishandled these documents, and there's the proof of it. So again, these are doctored photos. This is what they did during the raid, and then took pictures and said they found them that way. All security cameras were cut off at Mar-a-Lago. No body cam footage of it, to our knowledge. And again, they're presenting now, just this week, new pictures showing these supposed classified documents sprawled out everywhere. So classified, Jim, that you can make out things in the pictures and on the document. That's how classified these were.
Yeah.
That now China can look at these, or now Russia can look at these, or any one of us can, you know. When does that ever happen? Where are the classified documents pictures of them that they found in Joe Biden's garage. Right. Where are all the classified documents that are just sitting in a warehouse in Chicago from the Obama era? Mm-hmm. Where are those at? Mm-hmm. But these sprawled all over. Jack Smith is grasping at straws here, man. This guy. I mean, I can't tell the difference now between Jack Smith and Michael Cohen. I literally can't. Mm-hmm. They're one and the same, separated at birth, these two. So, folks, again, the effort to just get this man to just not run is just, it goes beyond the realm of possibility in my mind, what they're doing. Just beyond it.
President Trump is a billionaire.
Yeah.
How many billionaires do you know that do that with their paperwork?
None. How many billionaires do I know personally? Well, but I
don't know any billionaires.
Who would do that? Nobody would. So it's another false attempt to try to make Donald Trump look like he's just some sort of, I didn't give a crap about these documents. I took the boxes home and my staff, and we just threw them all over the floor.
Because that's what we do.
Because that's probably how his house is kept. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We don't even do that at our own house.
I mean, you see Mar-a-Lago, it's a mess.
Yeah. I mean, Jim's got probably underwear sprawled all over the floor. I get that, but that's just men. It's just what we do. But it's just women's underwear.
No.
Jim, what else you got for us here? I'm done on the Jack Smith crap.
Good news. The EVs just keep on coming.
Oh, you want to go to a commercial real quick, Jim, before we get to the EV story? Yeah, I love this story.
Again, that's fine.
Yeah, well, Jim, you're in charge of the commercial, so I thought maybe you'd be keeping an eye on the clock.
Are you tired of buying detergent?
I'm tired. Of laundry detergent.
Yeah. Are you tired of it?
It's just overpriced. It's ridiculous, the cost of it.
So here is an idea.
Not believe no detergent, no hot water, no fabric softener. Now you even threw away all the chemicals to clean your home. I don't need to buy spray to cut through grease. I don't need to buy window cleaners. I don't need to buy carpet shampoo. I don't need to buy things to mop my floor. I don't need to buy things to take pesticide off my vegetables, fruits, and fish. Oh my gosh, where'd this come from? I'll tell you where it came from. It came from hospitals. This is actually a photo of a huge commercial hospital laundry technology that cost in excess of $100,000 if you bought that whole thing, and it'll fill up your garage. That's how big it is. And what we've done with the advent of microelectronic technology, my team and I constantly use microtechnology just like your smartphone. The new EcoWasher SE is a chemical-free laundry and cleaning solution. Imagine, no more detergent, no more chemicals, saves you money, pays for itself, gives you a healthier life, and simplifies doing laundry. And now we're going to include 2 free Thunder Pure Safe Air Minis that purifies your home and sanitizes your surfaces like a thunderstorm in nature, eliminates all odors. Plus, you're receiving $100 off by using code podcast on the new EcoWasher SE. Let me remind you, 2 free Thunder Pure Safe Air Minis plus $100 off during this podcast. Podcast is your coupon code at Eco.
So, folks, use coupon code podcast. We will be getting our own here shortly. But until then, use that. I cannot wait to try that product. For the mere fact, simply, if it just does, the whole savings on the laundry detergent, I literally can't believe what laundry detergent costs anymore.
Well, I mean, especially the ones who get tied.
Yeah.
I in our area, I know it's more expensive in other places, but with taxes, it's over $18.
It's ridiculous
for a jug. Yeah. So
it's absolutely ridiculous. So go there, check them out. You get $100 off. Use coupon code podcast. Give them a try. It's an amazing product. Jim, let's get into the EV. EVs, folks. You want to own one? Listen to 50% of them that do. Go ahead.
Well, the whole thing with what you and I always talk about is we're not big fans of EV.
Nope.
If you want to own one, absolutely no problem.
You're right.
Own it. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. Don't take my combustible engine away from me. Okay, because that's what I want to drive. So, a CNBC report that Tesla, Elon Musk electric vehicle manufacturer, has undergone a significant restructuring since 2023, with internal records indicating the substantial reduction in its global workforce. According to an internal email distribution list dated June 17th, the company's headcount now stands at approximately 121,000 employees, including temporary workers. This figure represents a stark decrease of over 14% compared to the 140,000 employees reported at the end of 2022.
Yep. Wow.
Okay. The downsizing initiative, which began earlier this year, was first announced by CEO Elon Musk in April through a company-wide email. Initially, Musk stated that Tesla would be cutting more than 10% of its staff, but subsequent reports suggested that the target could be as high as 20%. Musk himself hinted at even larger cuts during the company's first quarter earnings call, citing an inefficiency level of 25% to 30% following a long period of prosperity that began in 2019. And it's the push, folks, because we're starting to see what happens in cold regions, like in cold weather states. They just don't work very well in the winter. And then to add one more thing to this, and then Dale, we'll get your opinion on this. Fisker, once promoted by Joe Biden, joins the list of electrical vehicle bankruptcies.
Yep.
Reuters reports that the EV market has proven to be a challenging landscape for many companies, with Fisker becoming the latest to succumb to pressure of weakening demand, fundraising difficulties, and supply chain issues. The company, founded by automotive designer Henrik Fisker, joins the ranks of Proterra, Lordstown, and Electric Last Mile Solutions, all of which filed for bankruptcy in the last 2 years.
Correct.
Okay, folks, just to kind of give you an idea, the Biden administration and the Obama administration gave lots of money. Clean energy.
Lots of money.
And so they filed for bankruptcy because they went through our money.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Taxpayer
what they
money.
did, folks. This was taxpayer money that helped keep them aboard. And there was a study that we can do later, but solar panels. More solar panel manufacturers are going under.
Correct.
And again, money was given to them to pick them up, to help them.
Absolutely. Correct.
And folks, this is us. They're filing for bankruptcy, so they're going to get money. They're going to get their credit and everything else on our dime.
On our dime. And this too, to go along with that, Jim, a significant share of Americans who own an electric vehicle have buyer's remorse. McKinsey & Company's Mobility Consumer Pulse for 2024, released this month, found that 46% of EV owners in the U.S. said they were very likely to switch back to owning a gas-powered vehicle in their next purchase. And I wonder why that is. The high percentage of Americans who want to make a switch even surprised the consulting firm. Quote, "I didn't expect that," the head of McKinsey Center for Future Mobility, Philip Kampshoff, told Automotive News. Quote, "I thought once an EV buyer, always an EV buyer." In the poll of nearly 37,000 consumers worldwide, Australia was the only country with a greater percentage, 49%, of EV owners than the U.S., who said they were ready to return to owning an internal combustion engine. The other countries included in the survey were Brazil, China, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and Norway. Across all countries surveyed, the average share of respondents who want to ditch their EVs was 29%. The biggest reason EV owners cited for wanting to return to owning a gas-powered vehicle was the lack of available charging infrastructure. The second highest reason cited was the total cost of owning an EV was too high. Yeah, replace the battery once. Just have to do that once, people. And nearly 1 in 3 said their driving patterns on long distance trips were affected too much due to having an EV. Gee, only the things we've been saying for years now. Great if you're a small commuter and you've got a nice little charging station in your garage. That's what you want to do. Go for it. Again, I have to ask you all, what is powering the electric plant that is giving you the electricity in your garage? natural gas, nuclear, coal. I love it. Buy more charging EV stations, people. What would it take to actually put one of those in every garage? We don't even have we can't keep up with it. We would not be able to utilize the electricity that way.
This
You couldn't mine
infrastructure
it.
bill or the EV or the green bill, whatever you want to call it, that they passed. Remember that there was supposed to be some money in there for charging stations going up.
There was.
It's not being
Absolutely
done.
There was.
It's not being done, folks.
Yep, not
and
being done.
We do have a Buckeye McGrowan, and I'll finish. She has another one here. That's
an EV. It's called a cart.
Golf
cart. I know. I love those. I'm all about
look,
those,
folks. If you want to own an EV, all the power to you. But if anybody notices, when President Trump was president, people were making EVs. Elon Musk was selling his EVs.
Correct.
Everyone was selling their EVs.
Correct.
But he was also drilling for oil.
Yep. That's right.
It's possible to do both. It really is.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, I don't care. You want to own one? Own one.
Let people decide.
You know what I don't want to do? So I'm about ready to go away for a while on a long drive. And I don't want to wait 7 hours for my battery to charge 3 hours into my drive. I mean, does this make sense, folks? We all know that. Jim, listen, a couple show notes. I want to go through here real quick. First of all, thank you to everybody who commented, listened. God, we appreciate you all.
We have a few more stories here.
Do you?
Yes.
I didn't know you had a few more. I thought that was it. Oh, okay.
This one I think we need to, because again, people haven't.
Well, go ahead. I figured you knew that I was heading out somewhere. So, but go on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know you didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know you didn't know. I thought we talked about that.
Can you just be quiet? The Trump drug
If you
debate,
could do this quick, maybe I will.
Yes, the Trump drug debate rule that have saved seniors billions. Okay, get that.
Oh shoot, you're right, Jim.
Biden repealed it and gave billions to China EVs.
Yep.
One of the things we sometimes say, it's nice to be nice, that is Joe Biden can't possibly be in command of his administration, that it must be a rogue actors making the terrible policy changes. What can't be denied is that this administration, whether he's actually in charge or not, is abusing American seniors just trying to get their medicine.
That's right.
The cure, as for many of the world problems, is to go back to what Donald Trump had already been doing. This year, premiums are up more than 20% for more than 50 million Americans enrolled in Medicare Part D. In 2025, it's estimated the premiums could go up another 50%.
Wow.
What could actually lower healthcare costs for seniors if the federal government brings back the Trump rebate rule? Again, the Trump rebate rule. Okay. In 2020, President Trump announced a policy that provided seniors a chance to capture the rebates that drug manufacturers pay back to pharmacy benefit managers for preferred placement on their insurer's drug formularies. The rebate was designed to help seniors with expensive medications. At the time, Trump proposed a concrete plan for helping those seniors, and the total savings could be billions and billions for them. But
Billions,
this president, boing.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm glad. And I apologize. I knew you wanted to talk about that. So, but this is how Jim and I talk to each other. So it's not. We're not mad at each other, right? Jim? Are you mad at me?
Huh?
You complain.
I'm not
Jim.
even.
That's all I'm saying.
To you.
Anyways, folks, listen. A couple show notes before we take off here. Jim. There's going to be doing the show next Monday and next Wednesday, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, live by himself. He's going to take care of the show. I have things that are going on that I just could not reschedule. So we are going to Jim's going to take care of the duties, and I appreciate that. So I want to thank you ahead of time for doing it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We're both new at the whole live thing, so we're both learning at the same time. But I think Jim's got it down. I got faith in him. I got faith in you, brother. I know you can do this. You're just that good. Folks, you're hearing us on the Patriots Prayer Network. Follow that on Rumble. Hit like, hit share. You can hear it on X, Facebook. Audio's also on the Patriots Prayer Podcast Network on Apple and Spotify. follow us there. I want to say, and Jim wants to say, we want to thank the base mother, Elena Barbera, for having us on her show yesterday. That was a real treat. And we look forward to having us. I think she's going to be on with us July 10th, if I'm not mistaken. I think we're arranging that. So we look forward to having her. She's on the Patriots Prayer Network, along with Alexandria 360 and the Nate Kane Show. Just check it out, folks. It's first of its kind. And it's the brainchild of Eddie and Maurice, and we again want to thank them for having us on there. Jim, we still don't have an outro yet.
Nope.
So, but it's fine because we just want to keep playing this. Jim, if you want to tell them who it is and what it is, and then you can hit the go button, and we'll be back after that video. Just say goodbye.
Right. For those of you who watched last week's show, Natasha Owens was on singing, and we are going to end it because she gave us permission, and we're going to do it. She gave us permission for her video of the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous height, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets that glide, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the
Absolutely.
You can't. I mean,
Absolutely beautiful. Like every time I hear it, it gets
and folks,
better and better.
next week, obviously, next Wednesday, that will definitely be played. But next week, I'll play a few of her songs that maybe you haven't heard yet. You did hear the chosen one, and of course this one. But there's some other great ones she has on.
Oh,
so
she's
just
amazing.
to pass the time away, I'll play some of her videos. She's given us permission, so
Yep,
we're gonna do it.
exactly. This was said during it. Thank you, Don. Absolutely great video, without a doubt about it. It is just amazing. Jim,
Buckeye McGrill.
Thank you, Buckeye. God, I love the names of these. Buckeye. We got a Cleveland Indians fan. I mean, like this is
looks like there's a few.
It's beautiful out here. Folks, listen, we appreciate it. We're gonna get out of here. Again, remember the Patriots prayer. Remember Smoking Gun Coffee Coupon code 2guys1coup. You get free shipping. You get there's a coffee club now, and you get 10% off your entire order on their ecowasher.com. Remember to go to ecowasher.com. Support them as well. Jim, everybody out there listening, thank you. I will not be here, so I want to wish you all a happy Independence Day and a safe one. Jim, we will talk to you soon.
You have safe travels.
All right.
Safe
We'll talk
travels.
to you later. All right. Bye, folks.
Okay. Bye.